But I'm going to take it and show you the actual tap. So here's the drop. And that's the city sewer. Okay. So my issue is right at the top of the drop. These connections all look really good, but this connection, see the top of that pipe? And what I can do is I can zoom into that and make sure. This just looks like tree root to me, because I don't think that's the connecting pipe hold, from going down. But this is what I'm concerned about here. So you'll get this report tonight, and I'll have confirmed what that actually is.
Yeah, that looks funky.
It's very funky.
Through.
Yeah, well, there is tree root protruding through. But see, if I can, when I zoom in, I'm going to be able to tell what that is. A lot of times they'll use fern cones, but use a fern coat only when you're going from one material to another. So PVC to clay, or clay to cast, whatever like that. So that should not be a fern coat. But as I was coming back, like I said, I did see some areas that have bellies. Now this is your clay pipe here, and this is in pretty darn good shape for clay. What year is this house?
62, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty darn nice for that age. I'm really hoping that's not an issue at that tap. This is just calcium buildup here, and it's minimal. So what you want to do is, if you have a lot of calcium buildup or something like that, you want to have an inspection like every 3 to 4 years or something like that. I'll make that determination as soon as we see how much is in there. And because you can snake that out with a cutter, or you can hydrojet it out, depending on the hydrojet is a lot easier on your pipes if your pipes are old. You know what I mean? You don't want to blow a hole through the pipe. So here's one of the bellies. It's just holding water right there. It's really not that bad, but here is. So this is holding standing water here. This is all just standing. If I let this sit, it won't be moving. I think this is just a few feet long. And as long as it's far out from the foundation, the farther out the better. Because if you have a belly right outside the wall, of course, and you know what a belly is, it's where the connections are here and here, but the pipe settles in the middle. And that's just from losing its pitch, proper pitch, which is like a 1/4 inch every foot. But if you have a belly right outside the foundation wall, now you're hitting all that water with what you're trying to get out of the house, and it can actually back that up. But this is 60 feet out, so that's not likely to happen. I do think there was another belly closer. I don't see any cracks in the bottom of the pipe. You've got some misalignments, which is normal for crock pipe. There's a little bit more calcium buildup there. Not bad.
Gary, on the disclosure I'm reading, she doesn't have a year, but it does say drain in basement backed up, professionally snaked with no further issue.
Okay. Well,
It doesn't, that
you can
10
see
years ago.
right. You can see the pipe up there. That's scraping from the snaking, from the cutter hitting that pipe. And there's a lot of trees in this area. This belly's not bad. Okay, here's the longer belly, I believe. So we started at about 41 feet. Yep, I'm wrong. That wasn't long at all. Another little belly, 34 feet. Yeah, that's not bad. Only 6 feet long. reason for that is we're going from a 4-inch pipe to a 6-inch pipe right there. So this is the 6. And we come back to the 4-inch. Right there. And more calcium. This one here is pretty bad. As you can see, it's blocking about 2/3 of your flow going out. So you want to get that taken care of right away. But the pipe is in pretty good shape. See, that's one of the raised connections there, but that's not very raised for this age. It's really good. As long as, what I mean by raised connection is the crock pipe has coupling connections. And what happens over time is from settling and tree root and everything like that, they end up being offset like this. And we're mainly concerned about if there's a gap in between, because then you're feeding the groundwater, you know, causing a little sinkhole. So I don't see anything like that. I just see minimal misalignments. So that's not bad. A little bit more calcium buildup there. That might be a little bit of tree root coming through. Here's where your crack pipe meets your cast iron. So everything within the house, within the foundation, is cast iron. Like those poles coming down. And then once it gets outside the wall, I'm 8 feet out. I'm actually about 4 feet out. That's where it connects to the crock pipe. And the cast iron looks really good for its age. And the way we can tell crock pipe deteriorates like normal metal, cast iron scales like a snake. So it just flakes and goes on the bottom of the pipe. So I can tell that it's in really good shape. Yep. So the only concern we really have is that drop at the city sewer, and then the calcium buildup, which is no big deal. It's normal.
Okay.
All right.
How many minutes do you think that drop could be?
If the pipe is actually